she was seeing him frequently in her dream. It was when she wakes up, she will feel like she had full conversation with somebody she just met or something. That it was.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see.
Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's me, your girl Dami, and I'm here again with another video. So in today's video guys, I'll be doing a story time. Yes, a story time. Like, a lot of people have requested for me to do a story time, and I have a lot of stories. It's just that I don't know how to like construct the stories, if you understand what I mean. I don't want the videos to be too long, and the stories are usually long, and to explain it is always to break it down is always very difficult for me. So but from now on, I'll be doing some story time. I'll give you some sweet juicy stories. Okay, I've done I think one story time already on my channel. If you've not seen that, I'll leave the link in the description box so you can check that out, or you can check that out after this video. All right, so guys, if you're new to my channel, if you're seeing my face for the first time, thanks for stopping by. Please hit the subscribe button if you've not done that already. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell once you hit the subscribe button. Alright, thanks for joining the family. Thanks for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, you are the real MVP. Alright, you are the real MVP. Thanks for always coming back. Thanks for sticking around to watch my videos. It means a lot to me. Alright, so without any further delay, let's get straight into this video. I don't know, I always sing, but let's get straight into the video. You get the gist. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to be sharing the story like I know the person that it happened to, so it doesn't have to be so long, and you get. Let's call the girl Florence. Okay, so my friend met Florence at they met while they were in school, and I think they were roommates. I can't really remember, but she gisted me. She told me how they met, but I can't really remember. I think they were roommates. Let's just say they were roommates. They were roommates in uni, and so. But let's rewind a bit to where the story actually started from. Okay, so my friend said, well, when she and this girl started becoming friends, because your roommates eventually you guys become friends, maybe not close friends, but you become friends kind of. So she said, well, when she started becoming close to this girl, she discovered a lot of things about the girl. She was like always very sad. She was always feeling very depressed. She didn't have like, she had low self-esteem kind of. Like she didn't know how to like mix among people. She didn't know how to like talk when people are there. She just keeps to herself. And she said she just took interest in the girl's matter. She just wanted to like help her come out of her shell, because she just thought the girl had low self-esteem. She just thought the girl was just a very shy person, and she was just an extremely introverted person. But while trying to get to know this girl, she discovered a lot of other things about her. Like, she became, you know, when you're friends with somebody and they feel they can start opening up to you bit by bit, they can start telling you things that happen to them and everything. So she said the girl told her that let me mute my phone just a second. So she said the girl started opening up to her bit by bit, like telling her little things about herself, her family, her spiritual background, things like that. And yeah, and this my friend, let me just say it, she's a very spiritual person. She's like a believer, a strong Christian. She prays a lot, she reads her Bible, she goes to church, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, so she said the girl started opening up to her that she like her spirituality. She's also a Christian, but she's a white garment Christian. No shade to anybody going to white garment churches. Like, it's his job. We are just sharing what happened in real life in this video. Okay, so she said the girl started opening up to her, telling her her background, like her spiritual background. So she said when she was much younger, she used to be in a church choir. And you know, white garment churches, like I can't remember the exact white garment church she was going to. I think it was either Celestial Church. I think it was Celestial Church. I can't really remember. But she said she was in the choir, and when she was growing up, she was in the choir. She was like doing well in church. She was like She was just like very active in church. She grew up in the church choir, and they usually do once in a while. They usually do church programs that they will do, like night vigils, like vigils, yes, that they'll do vigils. They will go to church and everything. Just so on a Sunday, no, on one of those programs they did. During one of those programs, she said their church pastor came to meet her, that he saw some visions about her, that she has a spiritual husband and she needs cleansing, she needs to come to church for cleansing, and all those plenty stories. She said she told her parents about it, and the pastor also told her parents about it. They invited her parents to church to talk about it. Then her parents agreed that she does the cleansing. She went to church for the cleansing. I think she said she was in church for about a week or thereabouts. She was sleeping in church for about a week. They were doing deliverance for her. They were cleansing her. At this point, she was already in her teenage years. She was a teenager, but she was still much younger. She was, let's just say she was like maybe 15 years. She was still in secondary school. So they were doing cleansing. They did spiritual cleansing for her. She was taking her bath in the church. They were delivering her. They were praying for her. She would sleep in the middle of the church, and they would burn candles right round about her. Like, she said, it was very crazy. That it was a very crazy experience that she can never forget. That they prayed for her, and after a week, they told her to go home, that she's going to have a dream. You know, those kind of like African magic Yoruba movies. Like, she said when the girl was telling her that it didn't seem real. It didn't seem like a real story. That she said they burned candles around her, and they told her to go back home. So after she went back home, they told her she was going to have a dream, and in the dream she would see the face of the person that is the spiritual husband. And mind you, before this whole cleansing stuff happened, she had never ever, according to the girl, so let me not come directly, she said she had never ever had any dreams. Like, she had never had any dreams about any spiritual husband, or dreaming about a guy or anything like that. She said she had never. That she was, a young child, someone that was still growing. She didn't like, it came to her as a shock, let's put it that way. So they said she was going to have a dream about the spiritual husband and whatever. So after a couple of weeks, she didn't have any dream. Her parents kept on asking her, like, how far, have you had any dream, have you seen anything? And she told them she didn't see anything. Like, she had not seen anything. So she just told them she had not seen anything. She didn't see anybody in the dream. She didn't see any guy, she didn't see any girl. There was no spiritual anything. But they were still waiting. She said they waited for a couple of weeks and thought she was going to see anybody, like anybody was going to show up in her dream as spiritual husband. Maybe she was going to see any face in her dream as spiritual husband, but she did not see anything. So they went back to they went back to her pastor, and the pastor told her that maybe they've not done the deliverance. Maybe the person has not been totally delivered of a spiritual husband problem. That she has to come back after some time to continue the deliverance, to do another round of deliverance. Like, it was, I can just imagine being a child, a teenager, and someone keeps telling me to come back to deliverance from spiritual husband. Anyways, I can't even imagine that. So her pastor told her she was going to come back for spiritual cleansing again, and at this point she was going to stay in the church till she has the dream, like till she sees that person in her dream, because the gist was that you are going to see this person in your dream. You are going to see the actual person that is your spiritual husband. You are going to see him in your dream. And she came back to church. I don't know after how long she went back to church for another round of cleansing, but she said she went back to church. Then when she got back to church, she went for another round of cleansing. She was in church, they did the cleansing, and she went back to church, went to do another round of cleansing. Then eventually she said after a couple of days she saw someone in her dream, like she saw a guy in her dream, and apparently the guy is someone she knows from their church, like he's one of the church member. She said when she saw the guy, she could not she didn't know how to relate it back to the pastor that told her she was going to see someone in her dream. She said she didn't know how to relate it back to the pastor, and they kept on asking her. She said she had seen the person for a couple of days before she eventually had to open up to tell them that this is the person I saw in my dream. Because it's somehow, imagine going to work and they're telling you the person your spiritual husband is someone that is your colleague in the office. Like, it wasn't adding up. Anyways, she said she eventually opened up to the pastor and told him that the person she saw is one of the church members. I don't know who the church member is, but she said it was one of their church members, someone that was coming to their church that she saw in her dream. She said okay. She said after the whole opening up and everything, that they had to do another round of deliverance. They had to like start delivering her from the guy. They were calling the guy's name. Like, it was just a long process. Said they were calling the guy's name. They would tell her to take some things. They would call the guy's name. They would pray and pray against the guy's name. They would hold the guy. They were doing things like that were very spiritual to her at that age. It was very spiritual. He said so eventually they finished the cleansing period. They finished the cleansing program, and she had to go back home. She had to go back to her family. So when she went back to her family, it was just very strange. Like, everybody already knew, like everybody in her house already knew that she went for that thing. Like, it was just strange going back home, mixing with your family, mixing with your siblings again, when everybody already knows that, oh, you used to have a spiritual husband, in quotes, you had a spiritual husband. And maybe even people in the church too would have believed that she had a spiritual husband at that time. And she said she wasn't just comfortable mixing in church. She didn't even want to go to church any longer. It affected her in a lot of ways. Like, she was becoming very, like, she didn't know how to like relate with people any longer. Like, even if she goes to church, she would, once they get to the church, she will just disappear. Like, you will look for her, you won't find her at the end of the service. Like, she was just out of place. She didn't know how to like mix with people. She became very shy. She became very timid. It reduced her self-esteem. You know, when you think a lot of people already know your gist, a lot of people already know your story, it just reduces your self-esteem in a way. So she said it reduced her self-esteem, and she was just there. So eventually she entered university a couple of years after she entered university, and this thing continued. Like, this low self-esteem problem continued, and it just became a problem for her. She said apparently after the deliverance, like after the deliverance session, like after maybe months after the deliverance session, I don't know how long after the deliverance session, said way long after the deliverance session, started seeing another person in her dream. At this point, it became a real case of spiritual husband, because she had never ever had any case of spiritual husband. She had never like had any situation that warranted her having to come to meet them that she had a spiritual husband. She never had anything. She never saw anything in her dream or in her sleep or anything that would make people think she had a spiritual husband. But at this point, after the deliverance, she started seeing someone totally different from the guy that she saw in her dream when she was doing the deliverance session. She said she saw someone totally different. She was seeing him frequently in her dream. She was seeing him frequently in her dream. It was like it was always, they were always like having conversations in her dream. She was like, it was as if it was real. She said when she wakes up, she will feel like she had full conversation with somebody she just met. It was becoming very serious. She didn't know how to tell people, because she was very, the fact that she already did deliverance and everybody already knew that she had a case of spiritual husband reduced her self-esteem to the point that she could not even share this new problem with her family. She could not share it with anybody. So it was a burden. It was something she was always seeing, and she could not tell any other person. So she said she was always seeing the guy in her dream, that they were not doing anything. Like, they were not doing anything in the dream, not like the case of spiritual husband that we used to see in Nigerian movies or in all those home videos or stories that we've heard, that maybe they will be sleeping with each other in the dream or whatever. She said she was not having any of those kind of situations. They were not doing anything out of the ordinary. But the fact that she was seeing someone almost every time in her dream, like, and they were having conversations, they were having, like, if, let's use for instance, like, maybe they talked about social media. Maybe she and the person she was seeing in her dream talked about social media, like 2 days ago, when the last time she saw him in a dream, they will continue the conversation. Like the conversation will continue from where they stopped, something like that. Like they were having a flow of conversation. The conversation will continue like that, like that, like that every time, and it became something that was bothering her. She could not, her self-esteem dropped to 0 point. Like she was now having, like, she could not now, like, even concentrating in school, like all those kind of things became a problem to her. She could not concentrate, she could not talk to people, she could not talk to her family. People thought because of the problem she had earlier, she zoned out, though she zoned out already from the beginning. But the fact that she zoned out completely, she stopped. Like a lot of people noticed that she became very different. But people just thought, oh, you know, children grow, people grow, and they become different people. She said a lot of people thought she was just growing and she was passing through a phase, but she could not tell anybody. Like she could not open up to anybody, she could not like meet anybody to tell the person how exactly she was feeling. She said she was having like recurrent situations. She was having recurrent conversations, recurring dreams about this same person. Like she could see the person. Like she had never seen him, she had never seen the guy anywhere before in her life, but she could see him in her dream. Like it was a real person in her dream that she was having conversations with, and it became a problem for her. Like she had been seeing this person in her dream for almost 2 years. At the point she was telling my friend, like they were having conversations, they were friends. She had a friend. She said she was not sure. Okay, she said she was not going to put it as having a spiritual husband, but she said she had a friend in a dream. Like she had a friend in the spiritual realm. If you guys get. So my friend, when she was telling my friend about this, as per someone that is already spiritual, you know, I already said it now, that she's someone that is very spiritual and everything. So my friend took it up upon herself. They usually pray together. They will pray together in the night, like before she goes to bed. They will pray together. Even at that, she was still seeing the guy. She said the girl was still seeing the guy in her sleep, and it was just a problem. Like even if she sleeps, she will still see the guy in her sleep. And she just took it upon herself to become the girl's very close friend. Like she was very close to the girl. She shared in the girl's story. Like if they wake up in the morning, she will ask the girl, how far, do you see anything? Sometimes she will say yes, she saw the guy again. Sometimes she will say she didn't see the guy again. And it just became like a burden for my friend, because she just felt, what is happening to this girl? Like it is a problem, it is a big problem. You can't keep seeing someone you don't know in your dream, and you are friends with someone you don't know in your dream. It is a problem. Like, so my friend took it upon herself. She called her own pastor, told her pastor about it, and they kept on praying for the girl, like that till after the period that they changed rooms. Like I think after that year they changed rooms, and she had to go to another room. Like they moved on, but they were still friends. I know they are not friends still now any longer. They are not really close. I don't know if they are still, like, if they still talk regularly, but I know she's not really close to the girl any longer. But she said she was not able to help the girl. Like she kept on telling people to pray for the girl, like a pastor to pray for the girl. They prayed for the girl, but all through that period, she said the girl still said she was seeing the guy in her sleep. Yeah, I even forgot to say this. She said there was a day, my friend said there was a day she was the girl was sleeping, and she was praying in the night. Like she woke up in the night to pray, and the girl was sleeping. And when the girl was sleeping, the girl was like talking in her dream. You know, it is normal for people to talk in their dream. Lots of people talk in their dream, maybe because of stress, maybe because it's just an habit or something. But she said the girl was talking in her dream, like she was talking in her sleep. She was sleeping and she was talking, and she started praying for the girl, like calling God to help the girl and come to the girl's rescue, because she's just a young girl that needs help. She doesn't know what to do. She cannot tell her parents, she cannot tell her family. Like, so it's just a problem. So like when she told me, when my friend was telling me this story, I was like, it was like I was watching African Magic Yoruba, and it was like I was just like as in it was like a shock to me, because I've watched a lot of movies where people talk about spiritual husbands. I've watched a lot of movies where people talk about having spiritual husbands. I've read a lot of stories about people having spiritual husbands. I've read it in church, I've read it in a lot of places, but like knowing someone that knows someone that actually experienced this was a problem. Like, it was a big problem. I was like, if I was the one, I bet you I would have left the room. I don't know, I'm sorry to say, but if I was the one, if I was that my friend, I would have left the room. Like the first day she told me she had a spiritual husband, I would have left the room. Like, in all honesty, I would have left. I would have jackpot. Like, I'm not even joking. But anyways, these things are real. These things are real. Some of these things that we take for granted are actually happening to people, and it's just weird. It's just strange. Like, the world we live in is strange. Anyways, guys, I just said let me share this gist because it is a very juicy one. It is a very crazy story, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I have more stories in the pot. I'm going to open the pot of stories very soon, and you guys can trust me to bring you the juiciest of stories, okay? Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. Please like this video, comment, and don't forget to share if you don't mind doing that. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next video. Okay, bye.